As a final comment today, please welcome two very important people, co-chairs of the BioHeritage Mana Rangatira Governance Board. Please welcome and make sure we give as much energy as we can, even though it's the end of the day, to Glenice Paine and Rob Phillips. Kia ora kōrua.
Tēnā kia ora katoa. Nā mihi nui, Stacey. This is going to be a two-person act. I'm going to go first for a few minutes, and then I'll be followed by my co-chair, Glenice Paine, who will tidy up after me, and she'll correct my mistakes and fill in the gaps. That's how we often work. Hey, it's been an amazing few days, and this is a pretty hard act to follow, following Mel. A pretty hard act at the best of times, and also those amazing presentations by Bruce Clarkson and also Andrew Byron. They were really inspirational, it's so all hard acts to follow. But hey, just a few quick notes from me. This conference has been a celebration of the last 10 years of our challenge. That 10 years has gone really fast. It's amazing, but it's been an amazing celebration. We've had some inspirational talks. And we've seen researchers from right across the motu, from the far north to right down to Rangatira with Estelle. And I have to say, and I'm a bit biased here, that it's also great to see that those heavy hitters from Murahiku. Are great to see them here. Look, it's all been about sharing knowledge and also insights from our research and innovation. We're extremely proud. As all the team should be too, of all of what's been achieved. It's been pretty amazing, and we've only just touched on some of our work. So given the breadth of research and knowledge over the whole period of this challenge, we've heard from our international colleagues and impact teams who've been doing the science on the science, and they've offered some very valuable reflections and insights into the BioHeritage contribution. And also highlighting the unique approach of our work. We're all united in a common purpose to share our knowledge and approaches to address our threats to our biodiversity heritage. It's good to reflect on these last 10 years. I've been privileged to be involved the whole time, and I owe a big debt of thanks to James aboard, as a lot of us do. And it's been amazing as being part of this journey, if you like. I know that's a horrible sort of phrase, but it has been a real journey. And also good to reflect on sort of how we went when we first started, how we were going to actually achieve this mission. We had this bold mission, and how we're going to, and we were looking for a step change, a transformational change. We were clear on that. We've certainly had a transformational change, a step change. Not quite what we expected, but it's certainly been there. And certainly much bigger than I think what we originally thought as well. We're now Tiriti led, and Te Māori is totally embedded in our whole system. Who would have thought that 10 years ago? You know, it was quite a different place. I can remember some quite interesting meetings initially, and things have moved on, and it's just a very emotional to think about how far we've come in that space. We've got best teams, right teams in place, and working right across the system. And so we've done away with all of that competitive stuff. You know, actually this has been all around mission-led and how do we get those best teams in place. That's been a real shift in this. And also, and perhaps so one of the most important things, we've also built a capability and capacity also right across the system. We've seen a huge number of early stage researchers here today, here the last couple of days with their presentations, in fact most of them. So that's really inspirational, great to see, and they've been exciting and great to see. We've also had some great insights from perhaps some of our traditional researchers, and I have to say I was quite taken with that connection to the role of strippers in our biosecurity system. I hadn't quite thought of that before, but it was interesting, and it certainly got everyone's attention. So, well done, John, for doing that. Not if John's still here, but it was an interesting way. Look, we'll just touch on a couple of our key things. Some of the key projects. I'll be missing out some, so I'll be in trouble. But some of the novel pest control, the pioneering of RNAi technology, the gene suppression technology, if you like. has been huge, and it's been really interesting how that's now setting a framework for the future. You know, really interesting. Also championing that traditional knowledge. As I said, incorporating Te Ao Māori in everything we're doing. It isn't just add on extra. It's part of our whole project, our whole challenge, and I think quite unique in that space. And also creating some of the biosecurity tools that we've got, surveillance tools, new advanced light traps, also the use of eDNA and eDNA libraries, really making a huge difference to actually how we do things. AI, we hear all about AI. Actually, this has to be a big part of the future. So that's been fantastic to see. So have we achieved the mission? That's been touched on, I think, and I liked Andrew's approach. There's a few maybe ticks, crosses, maybes. Yes, we've saved a tree. Really, we have saved a tree. But importantly, we've laid a foundation for taking things forward. The 10-year duration of the challenge was always going to be a challenge. It was not a realistic time frame. I think we need more than another 5 years. You know, I think this is long-term stuff. Maybe it's a 2050, maybe it's a 50-year to deal with these issues. So, but we've made a really good start and a real foundation for the future. And while the future is uncertainty, in the short term, BioHeritage is implementing our exit strategy at the moment, and we're ensuring that the preservation and accessibility of all the tools and practices and partnerships is documented for the future. So we're ensuring, and teams ensuring that's happening. There's still much to do, and I guess the key thing is this mahi is critical for us as Aotearoa and for our future. So, look, I'll hand over now to my co-chair. Over to you.
Thank you, Rob.
Glenice, Kia
Oh, tēnā koutou e te whānau. Well, there's not much left to say, thankfully. So my job is to, as we draw this conference to a close and the entire BioHeritage challenge in the very near future, I'd just simply like to extend my congratulations to all those who've been involved in the challenge and made significant contributions over the last 10 years or so. To the leaders at all levels, a special thank you for making this happen. For the researchers who've completed work and those who are nearing the end of their mahi, thank you. And a huge thanks to the conference events team, particularly Keith, supported by Andrea, Julia, Anna, Stacey and Aaron. But not forgetting our wonderful MC, Stacey Morrison. Never has one so small moved so many so quickly. So I'm amazed. So to my friends and fellow members of Mana Rangatira Governance Group, our host and challenge partners, I wish you well and sincerely hope the impact that we have been able to make so far is continued in some form or other into the future. There is still much to do. I don't usually deviate from my script because I'm not very good at ad-libbing, but I'll make an exception. I just would like to say that I feel incredibly privileged and humbled over this last 10 years to work with people who are so dedicated and give of themselves for this work. So go well and travel safe. Kia ora.
We are thinner in numbers, and I totally understand it's just because of flights and logistics, but thank you for your continued presence. Please, can you take the things down the back, the research briefs? It's really important because they can go and make your teenagers choose science as a subject at school. I got biology through, couldn't get chemistry, but bio will go with that. It's really important that this takes on a new life because this is the phase that we're in now. I just want to thank primarily the wonderful volunteers from Victoria University who've helped out from early morning to when the doors close. This includes Rain, Zoe, Joanna, Tere, Mayel, the team at BioHeritage, including Keith, Andrea, Julie, Anna, Aaron, and Stacey, who've put the event together over the last year. Also the staff at Auaha, kia ora koutou, and Te Papa's Tākina, who've ensured the conference has run so well over the last 2 days, and we've been nourished by Kai, substance and ambience. Please show your appreciation for them all. Tēnā koutou, and also to recognise all of you who are able to make it to Te Papa and staying for as long as you could. Thank you for being part of this, and also to everyone who attended online virtually. It's really important that you managed to do that, so thank you. Big shout out to Studio C for the live illustrations, giving us a fresh perspective on the information. That is a talent. And also massive thanks to all the speakers, presenters and panellists who've shared their insights and wisdom in impactful ways with words, pictures, answers and questions. Kia ora koutou katoa. Now just finally, I want us to think again about what we've learned. A mana wave looks like, a kanakana wave looks like, the mana motu hake wave looks like. And this is really important, because what is mana motuhake? Yes, there's governance, but mana motuhake is separate from that. Mana motuhake is self-determination. It is free of crown purse strings. It is your autonomy. It is your independence. It is what you will do from here. Mana motuhake, Wakanda forever. E hoa ma, we talked about the emotion that you're rightfully feeling. And so to bring all of that emotion and put it into a place that is safe for us, that will be held not in our bodies, but in a place that we can all leave here, we have a process for this, and it is karakia. This is what the karakia will do for all of us. It will set us free, it will launch us on our new path. And so to offer our karakia whakamutunga, please would you welcome back Paua Edward Ellison.
Kia ora koutou, tuatahi ko tēnei mihi atu ki te mana whenua, e tia ki mana ki tātou mai te whakatau taino ki tēnei wā, tēnei mihi atu, mihi mai mihi atu. Koutou, e te whānau whānui, e tuku ana ngā mihi atu ki koutou mo ona tā koha ki tēnei hui, whakanui, whakatīnana tēnei kaupapa, he hāpai ana te rā muimoia, e whakamana, whakahau tiaki o tātou nei taonga tukuiho mai o tātou nei tūpuna. Tēnā rā koutou katoa mo e nā mahi nunui, manawa nui, manawa roa, manawa toka koutou katoa, karawhiua tēnei kaupapa ki te ao. Ki o tātou nei kaiarahi, tēnā koe Stacey ngā mihi atu mō ngā mahi miharo, i hāpai whakahaere o tātou katoa. Engari, koutou katoa, tēnā koutou, kua tai mai te nutunga o tēnei hui, mā te atua e tiaki mana ki tātou katoa, e roto o nā haerenga, me ona moimoia, me ona mahi katoa. I may be extending my reach a wee bit here, but as when I was talking to the mana whenua at the start of the hui, they said we like to involve the whānau, the hui, in the process. So if you remember, there was a waiata that was sung. I think it was He Honore, was it? Awa. Te Aroha. So if you stand and we sing Te Aroha, and then I'll whakakapi i te karakia. Pai tēnā? Aroha, te whakapunu, te me te anaiari, e tātou e. Kia tātou katoa, te ata whai o tō tātou ariki, ai hukreiti me te aroha o te atua, me te whiwhinga, tahitanga ki te wairua tapu ake. Āmene. Kia ora tātou. Ai, mauri ora.